My name is Nathan Jerome Shaw Jr., and my life's motto is to help people of all ages identify, activate, and walk in purpose. See, purpose is a word that I have been obsessed with for years. It's why I eat, it's why I breathe, it's why I live, it's what I walk in every single day. And one thing I know is that is available for you. Many people feel stuck. They feel like they're in a rut. They feel like they don't know what the next step for their life is. But I know if you are living, if you are breathing, if you are still on this earth, you have a purpose, you have a destiny, you have a reason why you're here. And I'm so excited for this book to help you, to be a tool to help you get out of the mud, to help you get out of the rut, to help you get out of what you feel is not moving, get out of stagnation, and get your life moving to the next level. I'm so excited about this book because I am republishing my book, Journey to Purpose. And this book is for people of all ages, the young person who has great ideas, the teenagers that's trying to discover themselves, the young adult that is about to transition into the next level of life, or the person that again is just in a rut and doesn't know what the next level is. This book is for you. It's Journey to Purpose, helping you identify, activate, and walk in purpose. See, one thing that is so important is that you first have to identify what the purpose is. You have to really find and research and determine what is it that I'm here to do. And after you identify it, you have to activate it. You have to put it in motion. There may be some things that you have to do to make sure that your purpose is moving. And then finally, you've got to walk it out. So many people have wonderful ideas, have great ideas, but they never take that first step. They never actually walk it out. You know, there's a saying that says the richest place on earth is in the graveyard. And we don't want that to be you. I want you to make sure you get this book so it can be a tool to help you go to the next level. This book this republish is meant to be a study guide. It has questions at the end of each chapter. It's not meant to zoom through. It's not meant to race through. It's a short read, but we want you to answer each question at the end of each chapter before going to the next section. Why? Because we want you to make sure that you are going the entire distance. One thing that's important is to understand before you get on this journey to purpose, you have to understand that it's a process. And process takes time. Many people, they want to rush to the destination, but they're not willing to submit to the process. It's going to be some bumps in the road. It's going to be some hardships. There's going to be some things that challenge you, but process is the first step. This book takes you on a journey. It takes you on a ride. It's actually almost like a road trip. And process in this element is considered the vehicle. You've got to be willing to get in. You've got to be willing to go. You've got to be willing to get out of that mud and actually go to your next level. And after you understand the process, you've got to identify your passion. What are you passionate about? What do you love? What would you do if money was no object? If you could do this one thing, what would it be? You've got to identify that passion because that passion is that light. It's that fire. It's the thing that's going to motivate you, going to push you. And in the element of this road trip, the passion is the ignition. You can't start the car if you don't have an ignition. So we want you to make sure you identify those passions. But here's the thing. You can have passion, you can have drive, but if there's no sustainability, you're not going anywhere. So we want to identify the profitability. How can we make sure that the passion you have is actually profitable? And that's considered your gas. That's what gives you your substance to keep going to the next level in your journey to purpose. But after you understand the profitability, you have to create a plan. You have to make sure that you have the proper steps in order. You have to make sure that you do the proper research so that you're not premature in your purpose. So the plan is almost as if you're looking at a map. It gives you your destination. It gives you your roadmap. It gives you where you're going, your coordinates. It's like your GPS. And that's so very important in your journey to purpose. After you've done your planning, now you have to make sure that you prepare. There's so many elements to prepare. Many times we walk, we take that step, but we're not really prepared for the journey. We're not really prepared for the things that could go wrong. And preparation in this element is considered the routine maintenance. When you're going on a road trip, you want to make sure that the tire pressure is right. You want to make sure that the engine is good. You want to make sure that everything is properly aligned. And you have to do that in your life emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You've got to make sure that you are prepared. And then finally, you've got to make sure you have the right people on your team. Listen, no one can do anything by themselves, and you've got to make sure you have the right team in place, and your people is almost like your license, because everybody needs mentors, you need a team, and you need investors. And we talk about that in this book. And then you have to have your right perception. Many times we have the right idea, but we have the wrong view. Unfortunately, sometimes your greatest enemy is you. The greatest person that's stopping you is you. Why? Because you think negatively about your vision. You think about what you don't have versus thinking about what you do have. We have to change that mentality. And I can tell you now, 2 words you need to erase from your vocabulary is try and failure. There is no such thing as trying, and there's no such thing as failure. And that's what we talk about in this book. And then you have to go and you got to pursue. Many times, so many people, they have the idea, they have the opportunity, but they won't take that first step. They're fearful, maybe because of the things that they have to take care of, the responsibilities they have. They're not sure if people will receive what's inside of them, but you've got to pursue it. You've got to have an animalistic pursuit. You've got to be determined to go to the next level. You've got to be determined to walk in purpose. You can't let anything block you, because on this journey, you're going to have some roadblocks. You're going to have some moments where you feel like you can't make it. You're going to have some moments where you want to give up, but you have to keep going. You've got to keep pursuing. You've got to keep pushing and making sure that you are on your journey to purpose. And then everything has to be submitted into prayer. You have to submit things into prayer. Why? Because it allows you to understand and get that guidance from a greater power, from a greater source. And prayer is almost like the rumble strips. When you're driving on the road and you actually almost get to the end, you hear these bumps, boom, 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 boom. And what that is a signal of, it doesn't stop you, but it warns you that maybe you want to get back on the road. Sometimes we just need an alignment. Sometimes we just need to push ourselves back on track. And that's what that does. And I'm so excited that if you go through those steps, you're ready to walk in purpose. You're ready to walk in the destination. You're ready to take the next step from being just here to being here on purpose. I'm so excited for you to get this book. If you're a youth leader and you're looking for something to help your young people, or if you're a worker and you have a leadership team, you have a staff and you want to help them with innovative ideas, or maybe you have a ministry and you want to help people take their life to the next level. Maybe you're just an individual and you need that push. You need that challenge. You need something that's going to help you go and find your journey to purpose. This book is for you. It's available on Amazon, or you can visit my website, njscollective.com, and you can get a personally signed copy from me. I'm so excited for you to get this book in your hand. I'm so excited for you to go on your journey to purpose. I'm so excited for you to identify, activate, and work in purpose. Listen. You have a purpose. You have a reason why you're here. You have a reason why you were placed on this earth, and you have something inside of you that nobody else can do. There's 7-8 billion people on this earth, but guess what? You have something that you can accomplish that nobody else can accomplish but you. I'm excited to be a part of your journey.